very proud of the fact that everything fits in here. I am going to keep it out until the very last second because, like I said, I use these things all the time. The Declutter routine for the summer. We're going to be bringing out beach nights. Welcome to the chaos. I have a couple more pieces of like stud earrings, like what I want to bring with me as far as evening clothes go, and we leave in about 24 hours. All of my belongings are basically downstairs. Here's hoping that everything fits in the car in the morning. Hello you guys, welcome back to another vlog. This one's going to be kind of crazy and chaotic, but it's also going to be very productive because we are going to be packing to move out of my childhood home in this video. It's gonna be very bittersweet because I've lived here for 23 years on and off, not including like college apartments and stuff like that, but I've never moved houses ever. Like as a family, we've never moved once. So this is going to be kind of crazy living full time, not just being like, oh, I'm here and then I'm gonna go back home for a little while and then come back. Like this is going to be home, which is crazy. I'm moving in with my fiance, which is going to be very fun. He's never lived outside of his home either. He has moved a couple of times already, but he's never like lived on his own before, and I have a little bit of experience on that, but we've also never lived together, so we're very, very excited about that. I'm from North Carolina, and so is he, and we are moving collectively to a new area of North Carolina that we've never been to before, so it's going to be nice. We're going to be close to a couple of family members and stuff, so we have a little bit of a support system there, but for the most part, we're just going to be on our own. Ideally, we're moving in the next 3 days. I still have not really packed any of my personal items. I do have some of my like old apartment things that are stored away that we're going to be bringing out, but for the most part, this video is going to be entirely my belongings that I'm going to be packing and bringing with me. The good part about this is that we're only moving about 3 hours away, so we have the ability to come back and get more things if I want, and I'm gonna have to remember that when I start packing my things because I'm gonna want to pack absolutely everything, and it just might be like a space issue until we can get things situated and put away and things. Also, my car is relatively small, so like I don't have the ability to move a whole bunch of things anyway. So with that said, we're going to be going through every section of my room kind of little by little and just figuring out what I'm going to be bringing, what I can declutter. If I can declutter it, I will. Also, if you hear a vacuum, it's because my uncle came over like he does every week to help us vacuum the house, so that's why you probably hear a vacuum in the background. So I'm going to stop recording this, and when I come back, I'm going to pick an area of my room to start packing and decluttering because I just need to start at this point. We've made it to my desk for the first part of this video. I feel like this is probably the best place to start because I don't absolutely need a lot of the things regarding my desk and office situation. Because I am unemployed, like I don't truly need an office, but I do need a place to work, and this will still be here. Like the desk itself is not going anywhere, so I can still use it. It just needs a really, really good deep declutter. These organizers and stuff, I'll probably bring at least one of them with me, so I want to go through them, figure out things that can be thrown away or gotten rid of, and then from there we'll start actually bringing things downstairs to pack and stuff. That is the idea. I'm gonna time-lapse you through me going through all of my belongings in this desk, and I feel like it's gonna be very chaotic, but I have to remember it gets worse before it gets better. We're gonna take a bunch of things out and we're gonna put a bunch of things back, but it will be less at the end of the day. I'm gonna go get some wet wipes and clean the first 2 top drawers off, and then we're going to start reorganizing stuff again. We're off to a good start. My bed is atrocious, but it is what it is. Okay, the cleanout was a success. Look at the amount of stuff that I got out of my desk that was just taking up space. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but in the desk, it took up so much room that now I have like a whole bunch more room to work with. So this is largely sketchbooks and like drawing pencils and stuff. As you can tell, I used to be really into drawing and now I'm not as much. So I'm going to give away a lot of these sketchbooks to like younger cousins and stuff that love to draw. And then that's the trash pile of random stuff that I found in there that was like, I don't need these. these. So it's like very, very small and minimal. This is the stuff that's going to be coming with me at some point. Will it be now or later? I don't know. But I have my Fire Stick that's going to plug into the bedroom when we get a TV for the bedroom. We have one. It's just, will it come now or later? We don't know. So that's going to go with that TV eventually. And then this is actually like a tablet stand. So this will probably come with me a little later once I actually have like a fun desk, because fun fact, my apartment that ideally we get will likely have 2 desks for me. I'm gonna have like a fun editing, maybe doing my nails type desk, and then I'm gonna have like a true work desk. And I think this will go on like my fun desk because it's gonna probably be a little bit bigger. So we're going to cross the bridge when we get there once we get that desk, but that is the idea. Let me show you what my desk now looks like. On the surface, it doesn't look that much different, but I did declutter quite a bit of things. So over here, I have this turnstile that has much less like old pens and stuff in it now. It does have quite a bit of like mechanical pencils and stuff, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And then over here, this one was really not changed at all. I don't know which one of these 2 things will come now and which one will come later. It'll probably just depend on how much space I have and stuff, but regardless, my like stationary pens and stuff are pretty much unchanged. I did go through a ton of these though, as you saw before. And then the drawers themselves look much different. I didn't even show you before, but the after is what this looks like. So in here is a bunch of like random small things. I do have like my checkbook in here and stuff, so luckily you can't see that, but I have a big pile of to-do lists here, a couple of like nice satin bags and stuff for when I decide to move my hard drives and things. I have my extension cord, a wireless keyboard, my like tabletop tripod, a stress like dough situation thing, like a random empty wallet in here. I just don't know where else to put it, so it's in here now. I have my extra pairs of glasses in case I lose mine for whatever reason, some thank you notes back here, a bunch of random smaller like office supplies and stuff. I have blue light glasses. Pretty much everything that won't go in those 2 cabinets is in here, and I think I'm okay with that. In this drawer is a lot of like pencil bags and stuff. I do have this little bin of like stickers and tapes and stuff, and then I have these 2 top bags are filled with Bath & Body Works hand sanitizers, so I will go through these and they won't be quite as extensive, but they are here for now. And then under here I have a bunch of bags of like Sharpies, markers, other that kinds of things. And then I have like random other small things, like I have this room spray and I have like a stress ball and some tacks that I might bring, so just like random other small things that are like office related. And then in here is where we had the most change. So this used to be filled to the brim with sketchbooks. You saw how many sketchbooks I took out of this bin, and there are still a lot of sketchbook-esque things in here, but I did get rid of like 7 or 8 sketchbooks from this drawer, so I have a lot more room to put other stuff. I have some bigger, thicker sketchbooks, a set of colored pencils that I got from my fiance, some other smaller sketchbooks. I got like 4 journals from Clemson, so they're all in here. And then I have some folders that are holding like financial things and like pay stubs and stuff that you're not going to see, but those are there. And then I have a bunch of other like pens and buckets and stuff like that. So that is where all of my like bulky stuff is. And then under my desk as well, I got rid of a couple of bigger things. So those are my junk journals and stuff. I got rid of a couple of larger sketchbooks as well. And then down there is its own thing. It's just like my nail supplies, but that is the gist of my desk. I think I did pretty good. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go downstairs and grab a box that I already have some like office-esque supplies in, and we're going to fill that with things that I feel like I can't entirely live without. And then from there, we'll figure out like what I'm bringing now, what I'm bringing later. I do think that these 2 turnstiles themselves might not be coming immediately. They might just have to stay here until I get a desk, and then I can bring it and put it on the desk. But for now, for the essentials part of this moving process, I think I'm going to probably end up largely leaving a lot of my tabletop stuff. It's just the things in the drawers that I might want to bring with me. So we're going to go get my box of like office supplies and put some things in there and see what we feeling like. I feel like this might take the shortest amount of time compared to everything else. So that's why we're doing it first. This is all of the stuff that I will be bringing with me when I move immediately anyway. This box is so large, but it's so spacious and helpful. My friend Danielle got me this box when I did my engagement party, so I'll have that up in the cards and the description. It's the first part of my wedding planning series, which is exciting. Yeah, this whole box holds all of my like essentials. Obviously, none of this stuff is truly essential, but like to start off with, once I get a desk, I can start using these things. So I have all of my belongings in here. I have some like lens wipes. I have a couple of notepads, some pens, my hard drives, my like thing of tacks that I showed you earlier, my extension cord for my computer, a couple of hand sanitizers because I feel like we'll probably want to use them once we're there. That is basically all that I'm going to be bringing with me immediately. I'll probably be adding a couple more extra little things, but this is for the most part it for the office stuff, other than obviously my computer, but like, you know what I mean. I have a cord keeper that I'm gonna put all of my like chargers and stuff in, so we're not gonna do that probably until I actually truly leave. But with that, we're going to move on to the next section of my packing and decluttering, and we're going to do my like makeup skincare product organizer thing over here. We're gonna go through all of my products and see what's expired, because some things are, and what is like an immediate bring with me. And then I'm going to put whatever I feel like I'm gonna bring immediately as far as makeup goes anyway. I'll put that in an organizer and get that out of the way, because I don't see myself wearing any makeup or anything like that from now until I move. Guys, this bag holds all of my makeup and skincare that I'm bringing. I feel like this is such a step up, but I'm also not bringing absolutely everything that I own. I'm only bringing things that I feel like I could either use up pretty fast, like Project Pan vibes, or it's stuff that I use on a daily basis and I can bring my little organizer thing here later on. I do have a lot of stuff in here still, but I want to try and get through some of the things in this bag first. So with that said, I'll show you what is in here. I have my Allie Glines bag here. I got this as a giveaway gift a couple years ago from Allie, and I love her videos. I love her. She's so sweet, at least based off of vibes. I've never actually met her, but I did win this on a giveaway from her, and it has gotten its fair share of use. Look at how much the lid has been opened and closed. It's so much that like the seam is ripped, but it is such a nice quality bag. I have a couple of my most used palettes up here. The rest of them that I have are either gonna be staying here because they're not the vibe for like springtime, or they are expired and getting thrown away, which is really sad because I spent a lot of money on my makeup back in the day, and it's gotten almost zero use, so that's unfortunate, but I'm not putting expired makeup on my face. So anyways, these are my two most used palettes, so we're putting those in here. And then I have this long bag in here filled with my skincare. I'm gonna hold it with my face here. This bag has all of my skincare that I use. This is my literal entire collection of skincare other than like 3 products, and like I said, I'm trying to use up some of these things first before I go and like reach for my new stuff. So this is all the skincare that I'm bringing, except for like maybe a cleanser. I need to put a cleanser in here actually now that I think about it, but I have one in mind that I'm gonna go grab. But anyways, that's the only other thing that I need to put in here. And then these 2 bags here hold makeup. So this bottom one holds all of my like true products, and then this top one holds like my tools, my brushes, and my setting mist. So this is my entire collection of face care items that I'm bringing with me. I think it's pretty good. I went through a lot of my products too and found a bunch of stuff that was expired or I don't use anymore. So I'm gonna have to go grab myself a trash bag and put all of those things in there. But I think we're doing really good, honestly. I'm very proud of the fact that everything fits in here. I am going to keep it out until the very last second because like I said, I use these things all the time, but I think we did a lot of good progress on all of my products and stuff. So I don't know what else we're gonna do right now. I think it's just a matter of putting things away and decluttering the clutter that I have made, and then maybe we'll keep going. I don't exactly know. Maybe you'll see the next clip be like me not dressed like this, but either way, I think we're doing good. I feel okay about this. Another day means another section of packing. We are going to be doing my jewelry and my clothes today. Ooh. I'm not looking forward to the clothes parts. We'll probably end up starting with the jewelry, but I did want to tell you guys that there are a couple of updates as far as like what I've packed since I last filmed. This morning, I decided to go into my shower and pull out some of my things. I took a hair wash full shower last night, and I shouldn't need to until we get back to the place, the new place. So I took my shampoo and stuff out. So that is now downstairs with the rest of the stuff. But I also took out a whole routine for the summer so that I don't have to bring my entire self-care closet full of things. I do have an obsession with body care products, so I went in and had my best friend Kendall help me pick out a routine for the summer. We're gonna be bringing out beach nights. I love the scent Bath & Body Works. It's like s'mores on the beach. It is so good. I also have it paired with my Sea Salt Coast sugar scrub. It's gonna be so good, you guys. I'm so excited. This shower caddy I've had since freshman year of college, because this was my freshman year shower caddy that I had in my dorm room, and it is going to hold all of my shower products other than my shampoo and conditioner, because those are like liter bottles, but everything else fits in here, which is great. So yeah, I did that this morning, and then I went to go and take my car through the car wash because I figured might as well give it a nice vacuum up before I start putting a bunch of stuff in it. So we did that this morning. My family is out doing other errands and doctor's appointments and stuff like that today. So we are home alone for the moment, probably for the next like 30-45 minutes or so I'll be home alone. I figured I would take this time to take you downstairs and show you what my packing situation looks like. It's gonna look like a hot mess, but I promise there's a method to the madness. Welcome to the chaos. So right here we have all of my like cleaning supplies and my bathroom things. And then over here is my little office corner. So you saw me pack that box up yesterday. And then I have my like comforter, and I'll put my sheets in that laundry basket once they're done getting out of the wash. They're currently in the laundry, so we're going to put those in there once we're done with that. Over here though is the real madness. This is all of my kitchen stuff. So I have a plethora of like dishes and cookware and appliances and stuff in here. That box holds entirely cups and mugs and stuff like that. So we have this to still deal with, which is why I brought in my reusable grocery bags here. I still have to handle this, but I do also still have to kind of consolidate stuff as well. So that is the update here. We're getting close. This bag also has pillows and blankets. So that is the update as far as right now. And we are T-minus ideally 48 hours until we get out of here. So we still have a lot to do, but hopefully we'll be able to get it done fairly fast. I think today is like my last full day here, as long as we get approved for the apartment today. There's like a catch-22 situation here, because if we don't get approved today, or we get approved tomorrow or something, and it's like too much of a fast turnaround time, we'll have a couple more days to deal with whatever we have. But if we get approved, which we want, we're gonna be leaving very soon, and I still have a lot to do. So we're gonna head back upstairs, go and do my jewelry situation, and then we'll tackle the monster that is my clothes. We're back in my room. This is my jewelry chest that I cleaned out last summer. If you didn't see that video, it'll be up in the cards and in the description. Well, actually, I guess it's over here. I can never really tell depending on the camera that I use, but anyway, this chest was my birthday gift that I got for my 10th birthday from my grandparents. They have since both passed, so this is very sentimental to me, and it'll probably end up coming to the apartment eventually. It probably is going to be the only piece of real furniture that I bring from my room, like my childhood room, to the new place. Everything else I think will probably end up staying, which means that I'm going to put all of my everyday jewelry or things that I feel like I want to wear frequently in this black case that I used for my Disney College program. I put all of my jewelry in this, and it worked like a charm because it holds so many things. I don't know where my parents got this, but they got it for me for my birthday a couple years ago at this point, and it holds so many pieces. So we're going to go through my chest, find some of my most essential everyday jewelry, and put it in here. That way I have at least a little bit of something. We don't have any real furniture yet other than like our mattress and our washer and dryer that thankfully my fiance's parents are giving him to like bring with us. So we have a washer and dryer, but that's the only piece of real furniture that we have that we're sharing. So I want to at least have this to like maybe put on the sink or something, just like in the meantime until we get like a dresser where I can actually set things out and spread things out a little bit. So I'm going to go through my chest right here, probably mostly earrings and necklaces. I don't really wear a whole lot of rings other than my engagement ring. We'll go through what I want to bring, put them in here, and then I'll show you the collection that I feel like I'm going to be bringing as like my necessary jewelry.
I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. I'm falling in love. You're all I'm thinking of. Taking my time, messing my life, swear I don't mind. Say that you'll stay holding me close.
She is all packed. I'm going to show you what is in here. First things first is my necklaces. I have this H that I got when I was shopping for my engagement party outfit. It is my new last name's initial, so that is why I have an H, because obviously my name is Emily. I don't have a letter that starts with an H, but I will. In like 2 years time, I will. I also have a necklace here with my birth flower on it, and then there's another piece of this as well that has Zeke's birth flower on it as well. I don't know what his birth flower is, but he was born in April, so if you know what it is, let me know, because even he didn't really know. He just saw it on Etsy and it said January plus April, and that's what popped out. So he doesn't know what his birth flower is, but I know mine's a carnation. So I also have this rose gold mini ear necklace that I wear a ton and I love it. It also has a pair of of earrings that match, which I also have in the earring section in here that I'll show you in a minute. I also have this bar necklace that says "You're my everything" in my fiance's handwriting. This was one of the first gifts he got me. It was like our year 3 anniversary gift, and I do still wear it every day to this day. And then the last one in here is my Stitch necklace that I got when I was on my Disney college program. It has a little stitch on it. It's really, really cute and dainty. That is my necklaces that I'm going to be bringing. As far as everything else, this is what she looks like. So I have my Disney Bubble Bar earrings that are like every day. I have some that are like purely summer. I have a couple that are like purely fall or Christmas time. My little clover earrings that are like Mickey shaped, I have those for St. Patrick's Day, obviously. But these are like what I would consider my everyday Disney Bubble Bar earrings. So you can see them here. I also have these Mickey keys. They're very, very, very tiny. So you can see the little keys in there. I also have, like I showed you before, the ears. I have a couple more pieces of like stud earrings. So those are all of my earrings. I have my Clemson ring and my promise ring that I used to wear every day. I wear it on my right hand now. I used to wear it on my left hand, but obviously I have a more important ring on my left hand, so I wear this on my right hand every once in a while. And then I have my 2 pairs of everyday hoops. And then over here I have some bracelets and my hanging earrings in here. And then I have my Swarovski watch as well that I would wear for like special occasions, or like if I get an interview for some reason between now and when I move the rest of my jewelry, I have that to wear too. So that is all of my jewelry, all safe and packed away in here, which means that I'm gonna have to start the process of packing my clothes and decluttering my closet. I've been procrastinating this for days on end, and we are finally getting close to the point where I'm gonna just need to rip the band-aid off. So we're going to start off in my current closet, go through some of the things that I don't wear anymore, and then from there we'll just start pulling out some things to put on hangers and bag up and get downstairs so that I can bring them with me when we move. So that is the idea. I also have to go into the next room and pull out my summer clothes, like my shorts and tank tops and shirts and things like that, because I don't have a whole lot of short sleeves on hangers. Everything else is packed away. So I need to do that. I need to put my sweaters back in those boxes anyway. So we have a lot of things to do. Hopefully I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone and put my winter stuff away while I'm also taking out my summer stuff to bring with me. So that is the idea. I'm hoping that doesn't take too long. I might just time lapse you guys through it and call my fiance or something while I'm doing it, because I feel like I just need to get it done at this point. I can feel my period starting as well, which is not ideal considering I need to be doing all of these things today. So if I just like randomly stop, that is why I can feel myself just going like, oh, because I can feel it starting like today or tonight. So that's not ideal, but we're gonna get as much done as we can now so that when it does start up, hopefully I can rest as much as I can. We'll have to see. So let's go into my closet, pull out a bunch of things that I don't wear anymore, and get back to packing.
Baby, I feel the rush. Everything that you touch turns to gold. I know. Baby, I'm missing.
Well, that was faster than I thought. We got rid of probably 12 pieces. So I'm going to, I think, put these all in like a bag to be given away, and then we're going to start figuring out like what I want to bring with me as far as hanging clothes go, put them all in the same hanger type and bag them up and stuff. And then from there we're gonna pull out my summer clothes. Hopefully I can actually get to it today. I might not be able to.
1 day later.
You guys, if you can't tell, I am like racing against time because today is T-minus 24 hours, and we were kind of under the assumption that it'll probably be until like Monday to get approved, because they said it could take up to 3 days. So today my fiance called them and they were like, do you have any updates for us? We still haven't heard anything. He had to send in like his offer letter for his new job because obviously he's in between jobs right now. So that's how we're doing like the income portion of everything. And there was a problem with like the upload, download, whatever for that. So IT had an open ticket for that. They fixed it, but didn't tell our leasing office that they fixed it. So it was fixed, we signed, we're good to go, we're approved, and we leave in about 24 hours. So, welcome to the chaos. Let's get packing all of my clothes up. This is gonna probably take the longest amount of time, especially these boxes. These were from the attic with like my summer stuff and all of that. So I'm going to find a way to first do all of my hanging clothes. We're gonna do this first and foremost, just so that I can get it kind of out of the way and done. And then from there, we're gonna do my folded clothes. I'm not gonna plan on bringing a whole bunch of these, just because like I said, we don't have a whole bunch of storage right now, but I need clothes to wear for the next like 3 weeks. So this is craziness, you guys. I still have a whole lot to do, and I've kind of just been sitting on it waiting until we get approved, and now we have 24 hours to pack everything. At least I'm not in the situation that my fiance is in right now. He hasn't packed a single darn thing because he was waiting to get approved. So it's gonna be a long night for him, but that's okay. We have to be out of my house and at the apartment by 3 p.m. tomorrow. It is 2 o'clock p.m. So we have literally 24 hours until we have to be at the apartment. This is craziness, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and speed through finding some clothes to wear for the next 3 weeks. I have to remind myself it's not that deep. I just need a little bit of everything to get me through. So let's get to finding some more hanging clothes to pack. Luckily, all of my most popular things are all on the same kind of hanger, so that's good. Let's go grab some more things out of my closet, bag them up, and go through these boxes here because these have, like I said, all of my like short sleeves and stuff, and I feel like I'm gonna need them. I don't think I'm gonna need sweaters anytime soon. Some trash bags to bag these up, and then we'll get to the folded stuff, which I don't know how I'm gonna go about packing that. If I should use like a suitcase or if I should attempt to pack things into my duffel. I don't know. We'll kind of just have to see. As you can tell, I'm a little overwhelmed. Done this like 5 times now, and I can never remember how the easiest way to go about it is. I think it's to hang things back up into the closet and just go like, so that's what we're gonna do, I guess. Oh my gosh. Bag 1! Holy crap. Ooh, my bag ripped. Okay. Yo. Okay. Oh, my dress fell off. Oh my god, you guys. Hold on. This is atrocious. Look at what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I don't feel like taking my camera off of the tripod. So this is the bag situation. These 2 bags hold hanging clothes. So now I have to go through these boxes as well as my top 2 drawers over here. Those have like pullovers and stuff that would be nice to maybe have like in the apartment to just like hang around, lounge in. They're probably not going to be worn to go like out into the world, but it'll still be nice to have a couple of options there. So I'll bring my Spirit jerseys, and then I'll go through these to get like t-shirts, shorts, that kind of thing. And then I have to do my undergarments and PJs, and we should be good to go from there. And then I start really actually like organizing and packing the car up tonight when my dad gets home. He's gonna help us out. So we're getting there. It's a lot chaotic. We went from not knowing if we had it this morning to 2 hours ago, I guess, being like, hey, we got it. We have to move tomorrow. So he just called me a couple minutes ago and said that we have our electricity hooked up, we have water hooked up. He's getting our internet right now, which is great. We're getting like uber fast internet because he loves to do like computer games, and obviously I do all of the content stuff, and I'll be working from home most likely. So we're gonna have a lot of bandwidth to go around, which we are super excited about. I'm kind of mentally freaking out, but we're dealing with it. It'll be okay. I'm excited and I'm nervous, and I'm like, there's so much to do in so little time, and I knew that this was gonna happen, but here we are. Still in the chaos, but it is what it is. We're going to start picking out my folded clothes to pack, and then from there we're gonna figure out how we're gonna pack them, because I don't want to bring my big suitcases because they're a little bulky, and obviously I'm literally moving a whole apartment worth of things. So I want to be able to like pack densely and be able to squish stuff together. So I don't have vacuum bags. Part of me wishes I did, but they're also really heavy. So there's kind of a mixture there, but I think I'm going to pack them inside 1 or 2 of my duffels, and maybe I'll end up just bringing like a big IKEA bag instead. But either way, we're going to tackle my folded clothes, and then from there we're gonna just start figuring out a plan as far as what's gonna go in the car first and last and whatever. Let's get back to packing. We are so close yet so far, so we have a lot to do still.
Not my heart, not my space, not my street, which you stay. There's no point without you, and I wanna leave.
I'm too too lazy to fix the angle of my camera, so I was about to record me putting all of these in a bag, and then I realized I don't know where the heck the bag is that I usually use for my shoes. So I think because of that, I'm going to bring some of my things that I've packed up today downstairs, like my hanging clothes and stuff, because they're still on the floor next to me over here. This is all the shoes that I'm bringing as of right now. These are all like my spring and summer type staple things. I don't really wear like sandals a whole lot, so you can see there's like a lot of tennis shoes and slip-ins and stuff like that. I'll be wearing these little sneakers that I got at TJ Maxx a couple weeks ago. I'll be wearing these for the move-in day itself, and then everything else will get packed away. That is the gist of the shoes right now. I think this is the only thing that I have to like put in a bag somewhere, and from there it's just gonna be moving stuff into my car. So I'm gonna bring a load of things downstairs, and we're going to get things kind of in order as far as what's gonna go in the car when and all of that. And when my dad and my brother get home tonight, going to start packing up my car. I really did not think that we would be able to move in literally tomorrow. I thought that was like a very high hope that we wouldn't get to, and yet here we are, T-minus 21 hours until we get our keys. It took me like 2 hours and after dinner to find, but I did find it. It was in the crazy like attic room area that I have. So I'm so sorry that you can't see me, but I'm trying not to like blind myself in the eyes here. We're gonna go ahead and pack my shoes up, and then that'll basically be it as of today. I can't decide if I'm going to film tomorrow or not. It might just kind of depend on how rushed I feel, but we're gonna put our shoes in here. Alright, you guys, all of my belongings are basically downstairs. Here's hoping that everything fits in the car in the morning, but I think I'm actually going to stop vlogging here so that I can put my camera away and tomorrow focus on getting everything in my car and ready to go. I don't know how often I'm going to be posting for the next couple of weeks, just because I'm not quite as comfortable as I would like to be filming around my fiance yet, so he'll get used to it and I'll get used to it. But for the time being, if my posting is a little bit sporadic, that is why. It's just because we're kind of just getting used to the new normal. But the next video that you guys will see, it'll be in our new place, and I'm so excited to show you guys around. I think it's gonna be so cute for our first place, so stay tuned for all of those videos and the wedding content now that we are in fact moving and getting that all situated. We're gonna start up the wedding series again and plan all of that, so it's gonna be quite a crazy time around here. So we hope you guys stick around and enjoy. If you like this video, please leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, subscribe down below for more from me, because there's going to be a lot coming down the pipeline that I cannot wait to share with you guys. So with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.